Welcome to Sleepy Puppy, a quiet place where your mind can slow down. You don't need to fix anything or try to be better. Just breathe and let the noise gently fade away. Here, calm comes naturally without effort. Chapter 1. Blessings begin from the vessel of the heart. I would like to talk about blessings. In our lives, we constantly wish for blessings. We hope to be healthy, to be wealthy, to be happy. But we rarely stop to think about what blessings truly are, or how they come to us. Today, let us reflect together on the true nature of blessings. First, we must understand these blessings do not fall from the sky. Blessings are something we create ourselves. When one continually cultivates good intentions and puts them into action, one's vessel of blessings grows larger. Here, the idea of a vessel is important. If the vessel is small, no matter how much water you pour into it, it can only hold a little. But if the vessel is large, it can hold an abundance. Blessings are the same. If our heart's vessel is small, even good opportunities cannot stay. But when we expand our heart, blessings naturally follow. Then how do we enlarge this vessel of blessings? The most important thing is the mayim to help others, the intention to give. It is not necessary to actually help in grand ways. Even the intention to help is already a blessing in itself. This point is very important. Many people believe that only great acts of generosity create blessings, donating large sums of money or performing great service. But before that, what truly matters is the sincere wish to help others. That intention becomes the seed from which blessings grow. Many people start businesses with passion and enthusiasm. But before starting, one must first understand their own capacity for blessings. Money does not come from effort alone. It comes from one's accumulated blessing power. This does not mean effort is unnecessary. Effort is, of course, important, but effort alone is not enough. Only when effort is built upon blessing power can true results appear. There is something we must be careful about here. That is greed, the mindset of wanting to do anything as long as it makes money. A hurried desire for quick success. A heart full of craving, this is greed. Work that begins with greed does not last. Even if it succeeds for a while, it will not endure. This is because greed consumes one's blessings. Work is not accomplished by the body alone. It is fulfilled by the mind. This is something we must deeply understand. We often believe that running around tirelessly will lead to success. Of course, diligence is important, but diligence without a proper heart can become empty labor. When the heart is upright and blessings are accumulated, things naturally begin to unfold. When the heart is unsettled and blessings are lacking, no amount of effort will go smoothly. So how should we prepare ourselves? No matter how difficult the task, if we prepare properly, we can face it with calmness and succeed. But preparation does not only mean skills or capital, it means preparation of the heart. Preparing blessings, cultivating the mind and letting go of greed. When this preparation is complete, no hardship can easily shake us. We often complain, why is my life so difficult? Why do others succeed so easily while I struggle? But we must understand this. Everyone receives exactly what they have cultivated. Who then can we blame? Before blaming others, we must look within. How much good have I cultivated? How much have I helped others? How much have I refined my heart? Our society constantly encourages desire, to earn more, to rise higher, to possess more. But this path has no end. True wisdom lies not in having more, but in knowing what is enough. Then what about those who are poor? How can they cultivate blessings when they have nothing to give? Here lies an important truth. Even if one has nothing materially, one can still practice generosity of the heart. By training the mind to wish well for others, attachment loosens and greed fades. Even if you cannot give materially, the intention to give is already a blessing. The training of the heart comes first. A narrow heart must be released, and a generous heart must be cultivated. A narrow heart is one filled with fear, lack, and anxiety about loss. Such a heart must be let go. Instead, we must practice a spacious heart, a heart of sufficiency, gratitude, and generosity. There is an interesting teaching. When you own many things, you must constantly worry about protecting them. But when blessings flow naturally, there is no need for worry. Why? Because what you need appears when you need it. This is true blessing. A person who feels no lack within carries a blessed expression on their face. A heart without scarcity is already rich. In the end, what is the essence of blessing? It is facing one's selfishness honestly, understanding it, and gently dissolving it. It is training oneself to live a life filled with compassion and altruism. This is the true cultivation of blessings. Begin today. Nurture the intention to help others. Let go of greed. Practice a generous heart. Then, day by day, your vessel of blessings will continue to grow. Chapter 2. Attachment to the body. The attachment that blocks our freedom. I would like to talk about the body and about our attachment to this body. We live our entire lives with this body. The moment we open our eyes in the morning, the first thing we become aware of is the sensation of the body. Hunger, pain, fatigue, discomfort. Our days are filled with responding to the demands of this body. Yet very few people realize that attachment to the body is one of the strongest chains that binds us. Let us first look at our attitude toward health. We always wish not to be sick. We hope to be healthy. And we pray that illness does not come. But this too is attachment. Instead of wishing not to be sick, we should offer our state to the Buddha, whether we are sick or healthy. When we are sick, we should offer the mind that arises during sickness. When we are healthy, we should offer the mind that arises during health. Reflect deeply on this. It means we should not cling to health. When we are sick, accept being sick. When we are healthy, accept being healthy. When we are sick, we suffer. We ask, why am I the one who is sick? When will this end? Fear and anxiety arise. But what does it mean to offer this mind to the Buddha? It means to accept the pain and learn from it. Pain tells us something important. It tells us that we are not permanent, that we are not in control, that we must let go of our attachments. The same is true when we are healthy. We must not become arrogant about good health. We must accept that it too will one day change. Now look at the human face. It is said that facial appearance comes from bone structure, and bone structure comes from the state of the mind. This is not merely a saying. It is a scientific truth. Our thoughts shape our expressions, and repeated expressions shape our facial muscles and lines. A person who is always angry develops a harsh appearance. A person who smiles often develops a gentle face. There is something even more remarkable. By the age of 27, through metabolism, even the brain cells are replaced, and the body becomes completely different from the one we were born with. What does this mean? Our cells are constantly dying and being reborn. By the time we reach 27, not a single cell from birth remains. We are entirely new beings. So what creates this new body? It is our state of mind. If we admire others and praise them sincerely, our face becomes dignified. If we practice positivity, our face becomes bright and open. Try this for yourself. Spend a whole day criticizing others and complaining. Then look at your face in the mirror that evening. It will be dark and tense. Now spend a day expressing gratitude and praise. Your face will shine. The face does not lie. Now let us go a little deeper. We all have desires. Among them, sensual desire is especially difficult to deal with. Many people feel ashamed of it and try to suppress it. But when desire arises, we should not reject or hate it, nor should we try to force it down. We must offer that desire to the Buddha and come to understand its true nature. This is very important. Suppressing desire is not a solution. Suppressed desire only returns more strongly. Hating desire is also not the answer. Hatred itself is another form of attachment. So what should we do? We simply observe it as it is. Ah, this desire is arising within me. We do not judge it. We do not suppress it. We simply watch it. When we do this, we begin to see what desire truly is. We realize that it has no real substance. It is only a shadow. When attachment to the body is strong, we are ruled by our emotions. Only those who are free from bodily attachment are truly free. That is why, the more we purify our minds, the freer we become. As long as we cling to the body, we remain bound. When we are hungry, we become angry. When we are sick, we fall into despair. When we grow old, we become afraid. All of this arises from attachment to the body. But when we are free from this attachment, we become free, hungry or full, sick or healthy, old or young. We are at peace because we realize that we are not this body. We are the ones who experience this body. When this realization arises, true freedom appears. However, the practice of cultivating the mind is ultimately the practice of dissolving the self. This is the key point. Cultivating the mind does not mean making the self greater. It means letting go of the idea of me, letting go of thoughts like, I am better, I am important, I am special. This is true practice. There is an interesting teaching. As long as we have this body, parents are absolute to us. A parent loving a child is an extension of bodily attachment, and thus it does not carry great merit. But when a child respects and honors their parents, that goes against bodily attachment, and therefore becomes merit. What does this mean? A parent loving a child is instinctive. It is love for an extension of oneself. But a child honoring their parents goes beyond self-centeredness. That is true cultivation. Finally, remember this. When you carry arrogance in your heart, the world reflects arrogance back to you. So practice humility. Practice reverence. The arrogant attract arrogance. The humble meet humility. The world is a mirror. When you lower yourself, the world supports you. In the end, what is the essence of all this? It is to recognize human instincts such as attachment, vanity, and deception, and to let go of attachment to the body. Release your attachment to this body, then you will become free.